It's Friday. It's Mark Pyers.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way.
He's my mind and help my living. It's Real Talk. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pyers Real Talk. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on Friday night. And the title did not update properly, so what I'm going to do very quickly is I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it. Ralph, my brother, how are you? We're about to get into it, buddy, because episode 17 is about to happen. What's episode 17, Mark? Well, you'll see in 3 seconds. It's be insanity. It's called Facebook Zucks. That's right, people. Bottom line is this. Facebook Zucks. What else do you want me to say about it? All right, watch this. Oh, wait. Did it do it? It looks like it's saved. At least on YouTube. Let me see over on the Face book real quick, because it says the same thing. No, it says the wrong thing, but we're gonna edit that right now, people. Check this out. Hammerlin! Guys, I'm here tonight. Hammerlin is back. I'm just letting you know. It's happening. Hammerlin is back. Let's see, this should be done in 2 seconds here. There we go. We're good. We're good. Now it says what's right, okay? So let me get to this. It's an amazing episode. My buddy Ryan Hartwig, who has been on this show 3 times, was mentioned during the Congress deliberation between Facebook and everybody. I mean, Bezos, they were all there. And the craziest thing is when Matt Gates went after basically Zuckerberg, and you could see Bezos sitting right next to him, and he's watching the whole thing, like listening in, like, eesh, not too good, bud. So let's just get into it. I'm going to play it for you. And then I think we may go through the entire 17 episodes tonight. Yesterday, if you guys didn't see Dr. Evil 2020, the update, it's pretty insane. Anyway, and I got cut off right in the middle of a great musical performance last night, which really bothered me. I'm actually going to show you that real quick. This is what I was playing. Listen to this. That's just fire right there. I like it. I was digging on it. And I got destroyed. So anyway, we'll probably get into some music for you very soon, but I want to play you Donald Trump, episode 17, guys. And Hammerlin, of course, gets the intro. So let's do this. I do want to get on, make sure all of my platforms are live with me over here, people. Want to make sure we can see what's going down. I'm going back to the Real Talk screen, as it were. And I want to make sure I can see everybody, okay? So if you're here, say hello. Oh, hold on. Say hello if you're on with me. YouTubing it. I'm going over right now. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe and dig the bell, all right? Let's see. Why does that keep happening? I'm going live here on YouTube. I see who's on with me. Say hello. We're going to bring everybody over on Instagram in. This is the typical, guys. We got like 9 things going on before we can even start the show. Hammerlin, rid of the one off of it. All right, so guys, this episode is called episode 17, Facebook Zucks. Yeah, you're about to see why. Here we go.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live with episode 17 of the Donald Trump Show.
Thank you for joining me on episode 17 of the Donald Trump Show. Tonight we talk about Facebook and how much it Zucks, right? I mean, seriously, Zuckerberg. I gave him every opportunity to do the right thing. But he keeps censoring the conservative point of view. Look, if you're going to censor everybody. Let's take a look at some of these clips and see what's going on out there.
You have previously given testimony to the Congress saying that there is not editorial manipulation that disadvantages conservatives.
So wait, so you're telling me that Mark Zuckerberg told Congress that he does not censor conservative content? That is laughable, really, right?
Just like in the case of Google, there have been whistleblowers from Facebook that not only have offered evidence indicating your testimony was not truthful, but there's even video that suggests that content moderators that you employ are out there disadvantaging conservative content.
You ever seen Mark Zuckerberg sweat before? Watch this.
I'm wondering if you are familiar with the experiences of Zach McElroy and Ryan Hartwig, two people who participated in Facebook content review.
Ah, friend of the Real Talk show, Ryan Hartwig. Look, if you want to hear the real scoop about Zucks, you should check out the 3 times that Ryan was on the Real Talk show. Anyway, let's see what else is here.
And what is your response to the very damning video evidence and the testimony from them that the culture that you lead within Facebook is one that disadvantages conservatives and leads to content manipulation?
Now that is a question I would like the answer to.
I'm somewhat familiar with the concerns that they've raised. As I've said, we aim to be a platform for all ideas.
Is Zuckerberg out of his freaking mind? What is he talking about? The last thing that you are is a platform for all ideas.
We got into this because we want to give everyone a voice.
Everybody gets a voice. Unless you disagree with Mark Zuckerberg's political leanings, of course.
I certainly do not want our platforms to be run in a way that has any ideological bias.
An ideological bias? Are you serious? You know you Zuck, right? I mean, you 100% are biased against me. You're biased against anybody who loves America.
And I want people to be able to discuss a range of issues.
A range of issues that you choose, right, Zucks?
When people raise concerns like that, we do look into them to make sure that that everyone in our operation is behaving and upholding the standards that we would like.
So basically you're saying that everything's going to plan.
I know that we have ongoing training in what we do.
I think what we're trying to tell you is that you're training Zucks.
I'm concerned that the content review does reflect the values of the company, but those values don't in fact give everyone a voice. They prejudice against certain content.
Matt Gaetz with the left hook.
It seems disingenuous for you to suggest that these videos come out that are very damning, that show the people that you trust with content moderation admitting on video that they disadvantage conservatives, that they label people who support the president as a way to push down their content and limit the reach of that content.
Just like the way you've been holding down the Real Talk show. You don't like it when they push the Trumper. Look, you can't stop the Trump.
For you to then come to us many months later after that was all over the news and the internet and say, well, you know, you'll get back to us and you do a little training, it seems to suggest that you don't take these allegations and this evidence very seriously.
Is it me, or does Mark Zuckerberg look like an Antifa guy right now? Look at that look in his eyes. He doesn't like being told what to do.
Would you at least be willing to acknowledge, based on the irrefutable evidence before us that you don't seem to have investigated, that it is possible that at Facebook, your employees do have the power to disadvantage conservative viewpoints, and that they in fact have used that power in ways that we need to root out?
Oh my, Zuckerberg's got his hand in the cookie jar.
Congressman, my testimony in the past and today is about what our principles are as a company and what we try to do.
What you're trying to do is steal an election from Trump.
And when you fire people as a consequence of their politics...
Wait, what?
Do you think that that impacts the culture and perhaps empowers some of the content moderators to also treat people worse as a consequence of their politics?
I'm not aware of any case where we have fired someone on behalf of their politics, and I would say that that would be an inappropriate thing for us to do.
Now, I have it on good authority that they got rid of Ryan for his political leanings as well, but let's listen in to what Matt Gaetz has to say here.
Why'd you fire Palmer Luckey?
I can
Palmer
assure you that
Luckey's
it was
NDA
not.
with you, I only have 10 seconds, but Palmer Luckey's NDA with you doesn't allow him to talk to anyone except government officials. I'm a government official. I've seen the messages where you have specifically directed Mr. Luckey to make statements regarding his politics for the benefit of your company.
I'm pretty sure that's a no-no, right?
So I think both in the case of these content moderators and in the case of the testimony you just gave regarding Mr. Luckey and firing people over their politics, there is serious question as to whether or not you're giving truthful testimony here or whether it's lying before Congress. I see my time's expired and I'll yield back.
Bravo! Mr. Gaetz, you have arrived. I can't believe what I just heard. You took Zucks down. Almost like you're a billionaire. Maybe one day you'll be a billionaire, at least 120 millionaire like Peloisen. I don't know. Anyway, look, let's see if there's anything else here.
We certainly try to do this in a way that is neutral to all viewpoints. We want to be a platform for all ideas.
Is that Mark Zuckerberg or Mark Zuckerbat? We're a platform for all, for people to have a voice, everyone but Trump.
I don't think you build a social product with the goal of giving people a voice if you don't believe that people being able to express a wide variety of things is ultimately valuable for the world. And we try to make sure that our policies and our operations ultimately reflect and carry that out.
Then how could you ever censor the Trump when you know the world values everything that I say?
In terms of the people setting the policies, I think it is valuable to have people with a diversity of viewpoints involved so we can make sure that we have the different viewpoints represented in the policy development process.
Guys, look, it's Diversity Mark.
And we also consult with a number of outside groups whenever we develop new policies to make sure that we're taking into account all perspectives.
Are you kidding me? That sounds like something that he just made up.
I mean, you said you reach out to outside groups. Can you think of one conservative outside group that you reach out to and use as a content moderator?
I have to say, this guy's fantastic. His line of questioning gets right to the heart of it.
Congressman,
Did you hear that? Yeah, you're caught out, Mark. I'll tell you, this should be the trial of Mark Zuckerberg.
Real quickly, can you briefly explain the approval process for third-party fact checkers and how many fact checkers does Facebook employ?
We work with about 70 fact-checking partners around the world, and the goal of the program is to limit the distribution of viral hoaxes, so things that are clearly false.
So you're not doctors, but you feel you could censor any doctor who talks about success that they're having on coronavirus. I think that's an overstep of your powers there, Zuckerdick.
But we don't ourselves want to be in the business of determining what is true and what is false. That feels like an inappropriate role for us to play.
Says the guy who's playing that role. Look, I have a feeling we're going to have a part 2 of Facebook Zucks, so stay tuned. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next Donald Trump show. Have a great night.
Wow.
There is one bit where there's an artist who
Outtake.
had a very graphic depiction of Trump, and it was a blade going across my throat. And Facebook made an exception, and they let it play. They said, look, let's let it go. It's artwork. But then they had a picture of Beto, and Elmer Fudd was holding a shotgun, and Beto O'Rourke was there. And he said, no, you can't have my guns, Beto. And that they wouldn't allow. Like, that's a problem? I don't understand. I mean, what's the problem with a shotgun from Elmer Fudd? But they pulled it, but they let the Trump thing through, so...
That was an outtake I decided to keep in there. But so a little shout out to my buddy Ryan Hartwig, Real Talk, friend of the show, and that was a pretty cool thing to hear. I caught that last night. I was watching, and it was a really cool moment to see Matt Gaetz not only go after Mark Zuckerberg, But then to give a shout out to Ryan was really cool. And Ryan is doing some really amazing stuff. He's really standing up in order to speak out and try to change things before it's too late. And it's crazy to say, guys, but they are trying to steal this election because they want it that badly. And then what happens when next time it's your candidate that you want a fair election, and these people decide they want the other candidate? You got to think about this. This is I said this a couple weeks ago. If you had a problem with Russia, if you had a problem with the 3 years that they said Trump did something colluding with Russia to affect the elections, or China trying to affect the elections, you should have just as much of a problem with Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook and Google and YouTube censoring all of the content that they see hurts their chances of winning the election. That's the only way you could explain what they're doing. It's not that they're censoring content that is aggressive or inflammatory. Some of it may be, but they're censoring and they're dropping the reach of content that has passionate, that has some sort of connection to it. If you think about it, you never see the people getting beat up, the white people getting beat up in the streets. You don't see that. You see somebody happens to beat up on someone, or a cop does something. You don't see everything. You only see what they want you to see, and it's always an agenda. So, I don't know. I just feel like I'm going to keep dropping these Donald Trump shows because we have to keep poking fun at what's happening out there. It's a crazy thing that's happening. Watching, turn the volume down and listen to yourself again. I'm on the stage, just let the seasons change. No more waiting out the moments in between the laughs and tears along the way. It keeps the wild side in me alive, and I'm in love again. I try to find my life's a work and a dream. Ain't life a scream? Star in the movie of your whole life for free, but no one gets to see, no one gets to hear the narration, story points that only you can share. And
I'm in love. I'm in love. So if you believe in me, I'll never let you down. Do you believe in me? We can make this world turn around. I'll hold you close, I'll be your tree. If you believe in me, I'll hold you close, I'll be your tree. If you believe in me, and I'm in love again. And I'm in love again. I'm in love again. I'm in love again. Do you believe in me? I'll never let you down. Do you believe that we can turn this world around? I'll hold you close, I'll be your tree. If you believe in me, I'll hold you close, I'll be your tree. If you believe in me, if you believe in me. And I'm in love again. You can listen to that on my last album. It's called Believe in Me. There's that one line that goes, long, long ago, way before I lost my mind, I tried to find my life's work in a dream, a life scream. Listen to this line. Star in the movie of your whole life for free. Yeah, but no one gets to see, no one gets to hear the narration and story points that only you can share. I'm in love again. It's a great song. Wrote that like 15 years ago, guys. Oh, Dan, thanks, buddy. I think since Dan's on, I got to play him an encore. I got to play him another original here. Check this out, Dan. You'll like this tune. This is to get you all up and on your feet tonight, okay? This is a song I wrote many years ago as well. Really great song if you love someone. If you're in quarantine right now, it may be a little hard, but if you're home with someone you love, you may want to dance to this song right here. This song you have to search for, or you have to find versions of it on YouTube. Subscribe and ding the bell on YouTube while you're here. Dan, you should head over to YouTube and check this out. This is a song called You. So I walk along this path, this road that you have made. And though the fall was settling, the wind began to rain. Reflecting thoughts of innocence, no reason to complain. And maybe things will open up, but sleep in peace, the thoughts of me and you.
trouble sleep, down to my grave, repeating the same old song, same words. Come on, soothe my soul. I pray, love. Well, won't you take my hand and outline something new? Maybe things will open up. We'll sleep in peace, the thoughts of me and you. And this love will guide us through the nights. Our hearts, love burns, deeper love, deeper love. My heart seems to grow when I'm with you. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm with you. Get down, people. Let's get down. I need a bass line. Who's got a bass line for me? This guy. Just wait, I gotta tune this one. This thing is way out of tune. I was just realizing that E is like a B. It's like an E flat. I don't even know what that means, but I know it's not on. It's definitely flat. Let's just see what this is here. Usually the jazz guitar's a little loud. I just put new strings on the Martin, so we're getting good sound out of that. Look at that. This is so bad. Like Stevie Ray. You know Stevie Ray never played with a guitar in tune? He liked it a little out of tune so you could bend it. Dan, thanks for listening, buddy. Thank you, buddy. I'm here every night. Feel free to pop in anytime, my friend. Subscribe and ding the bell on YouTube. Live every day forever. Jill, how are you? Oh. You're funny. Jill, you're funny. Well, it's Jill's making me laugh. She said, remember you from when you did construction work on my house and your music. Don't recall the conservative SH. That's so funny. Well, what it is really, Jill, is I'm a celebrity impressionist. So I do everybody. So I just happen to do a really good Trump impression. And you can't not use a good Trump impression when you can do a good Trump impression. I mean, Jill, come on, what are we going to do? You can't not do the Trump impression, okay? Everybody's looking for a Trump impression, and no one does one well. Everyone's like, here, I got to be honest. I'll go on TikTok, or I'll go on all these other, like, oh, look at this guy's Trump impression, so good. And I'm listening, and I'm like, it's not. And mine is exaggerated. Like, I could really, if you really wanted me to go and watch Trump for a day and get him down. But I like to be over the top with Trump, you know. Jill, come on, we're crazy. We're going to do some more Trump show stuff, okay? But if Biden was more interesting, I would do more Biden. But I could do Sleep Sofa Joe. The problem is he's just not that funny, okay? He says a lot of stupid things. But besides that, he looks like he's going to fall asleep 7 times out of 8. You know what I am? I'm not even conservative. I'm an America guy. I don't have any dog in the race. I've said that from the beginning. I didn't watch politics for 400 days because of the negativity in this world. I call it the negatube, everything on TV. And I decided to start a positivity channel where every day I come out here and put on a show. So even though I am doing things that have a face swap of Trump, everything I do is comedic and funny. And I'm here to bring people together, connect people, not divide people like everything else that's on social media and every other piece of mainstream media news you see these days. So even taking the Facebook thing and just making fun of that, like, I'm sure this is the stuff that Trump would love to say. You know, Tad, how are you, brother? And I see Amma. I see you're on D-Live today, Tad. Interesting, buddy. Get over to YouTube when you can. Oh, my goodness. Amma Machine's been training for the Air Force. I'm proud of you, buddy. Good for you. I'm going to play you guys this really cool tune I've been rocking on lately. I just like the way it sounds.
Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I'll never use them. Take my lips, I'll never use them. Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How could I go on without you? You took the part that once was my heart. So why not? I said, why not take all of me? Your goodbyes, they left me with eyes that cry. How could I go on without you? You took the part
Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my hands, I'll never use them, yeah. Take my lips, I'll never use them. But the way I say your goodbyes, let me realize that gravity just won't. How could I go on without you? You took the part that once was my heart. So say the one I take when I take all of me. Oh, I'll say it, why not take all of me? Why not take all of me? Cool tune, right? Tad's on. I'm a Machine is on. Denise is on. Decomp. Decomp's trying to sell me followers. Just bring them over, buddy. Let's just hang out, okay? I'm here every single day for the rest of my days, all right? So if you want to come out and hang out, let's do it. So, guys, if you did not see episode 17 of the Donald Trump Show, which is Facebook Zucks, I'm happy to play it for you guys again. Also, did you guys see Dr. Evil? Did you see what I did with the Dr. Evils yet? I put the 4 together, and then I added another one, and then put in it's 5 Dr. Evil clips in one Donald Trump episode, and it's all commentated by Donald. It's actually, it was pretty cool. It came out a lot better than I expected it would. And my plan is to do more stuff like that, where it's multiple scenes within a Donald Trump show. This is sort of one. The one I did with Facebook is sort of one. It's got that vibe, where it's got multiple people in it asking questions of Zuckerberg, and Trump just ripping them apart. You guys want to see it? It was really, I like it. I think it's good. Something here. I think we need a good vibe. We need some good vibe stuff going on over here. Oh, there it is. She loves Jesus in America too. She's a good girl. She's crazy about Elvis. She loves horses and her boyfriend too. It's a long day down the Cedar. There's a freeway run through the yard, and I'm a bad boy, 'cause I don't even miss her, and I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart, yeah, but I'm free. I'm free, free falling. Well, I'm free, free falling. There's all the vampires that are walking through the valley. I'm moving west down Ventura Boulevard, and all the bad boys are standing in the shadows, and all the good girls are home with broken hearts. Well, I'm
Well, I'm free. Free falling. Falling, free falling. I wanna lie down over my heart and wanna write her a name in the sky. I'm gonna free fall out tonight. I'm gonna leave this world for a while when I'm free. I'm free falling. Well, I'm free. I'm free falling. Well, I'm free. I'm free falling. Free fall now, free fall now, free fall, free fall Well, I'm free, free falling. Well, I'm free, free falling. Well, I'm falling. I'm going for a little something for you guys.
I think Amma wants to see the. I think Amma's saying he wants to see the episode of Facebook Zucks. Are you looking to see it, Amma? Because we could do it right now.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live with episode 17 of The Donald Trump Show. Thank you for joining me on episode 17 of The Donald Trump Show. Tonight we talk about Facebook and how much it Zucks, right? I mean, seriously, Zuckerberg. I gave him every opportunity to do the right thing. But he keeps censoring the conservative point of view. Look, if you're going to censor everybody. Let's take a look at some of these clips and see what's going on out there.
You have previously given testimony to the Congress saying that there is not editorial manipulation that disadvantages conservatives.
So wait, so you're telling me that Mark Zuckerberg told Congress that he does not censor conservative content? That is laughable, really, right?
Just like in the case of Google, there have been whistleblowers from Facebook that not only have offered evidence indicating your testimony was not truthful, but there's even video that suggests that content moderators that you employ are out there disadvantaging conservative content.
You ever seen Mark Zuckerberg sweat before? Watch this.
I'm wondering if you are familiar with the experiences of Zach McElroy and Ryan Hartwig, two people who participated in Facebook content review.
Ah, friend of the Real Talk show, Ryan Hartwig. Look, if you want to hear the real scoop about Zucks, you should check out the 3 times that Ryan was on the Real Talk show. Anyway, let's see what else is here.
And what is your response to the very damning video evidence and the testimony from them that the culture that you lead within Facebook is one that disadvantages conservatives and leads to content manipulation?
Now that is a question I would like the answer to.
I'm somewhat familiar with the concerns that they've raised. As I've said, we aim to be a platform for all ideas.
Is Zuckerberg out of his freaking mind? What is he talking about? The last thing that you are is a platform for all ideas.
We got into this because we want to give everyone a voice.
Everybody gets a voice. Unless you disagree with Mark Zuckerberg's political leanings, of course.
I certainly do not want our platforms to be run in a way that has any ideological bias.
An ideological bias? Are you serious? You know you Zuck, right? I mean, you 100% are biased against me. You're biased against anybody who loves America.
And I want people to be able to discuss a range of issues.
A range of issues that you choose, right, Zucks?
When people raise concerns like that, we do look into them to make sure that that everyone in our operation is behaving and upholding the standards that we would like.
So basically you're saying that everything's going to plan.
I know that we have ongoing training in what we do.
I think what we're trying to tell you is that you're training Zucks.
I'm concerned that the content review does reflect the values of the company, but those values don't in fact give everyone a voice. They prejudice against certain content.
Matt Gaetz with the left hook.
It seems disingenuous for you to suggest that these videos come out that are very damning, that show the people that you trust with content moderation admitting on video that they disadvantage conservatives, that they label people who support the president as a way to push down their content and limit the reach of that content.
Just like the way you've been holding down the Real Talk show. You don't like it when they push the Trumper. Look, you can't stop the Trump.
For you to then come to us many months later after that was all over the news and the internet and say, well, you know, you'll get back to us and you do a little training, it seems to suggest that you don't take these allegations and this evidence very seriously.
Is it me, or does Mark Zuckerberg look like an Antifa guy right now? Look at that look in his eyes. He doesn't like being told what to do.
Would you at least be willing to acknowledge, based on the irrefutable evidence before us that you don't seem to have investigated, that it is possible that at Facebook, your employees do have the power to disadvantage conservative viewpoints, and that they in fact have used that power in ways that we need to root out?
Oh my, Zuckerberg's got his hand in the cookie jar.
Congressman, my testimony in the past and today is about what our principles are as a company and what we try to do.
What you're trying to do is steal an election from Trump.
And when you fire people as a consequence of their politics...
Wait, what?
Do you think that that impacts the culture and perhaps empowers some of the content moderators to also treat people worse as a consequence of their politics?
I'm not aware of any case where we have fired someone on behalf of their politics, and I would say that that would be an inappropriate thing for us to do.
Now, I have it on good authority that they got rid of Ryan for his political leanings as well, but let's listen in to what Matt Gaetz has to say here.
Why did you fire Palmer Luckey? Palmer Luckey's NDA with you, I only have 10 seconds, but Palmer Luckey's NDA with you doesn't allow him to talk to anyone except government officials. I'm a government official. I've seen the messages where you have specifically directed Mr. Luckey to make statements regarding his politics for the benefit of your company.
I'm pretty sure that's a no-no, right?
So I think both in the case of these content moderators and in the case of the testimony you just gave regarding Mr. Luckey and firing people over their politics, there is serious question as to whether or not you're giving truthful testimony here or whether it's lying before Congress. I see my time's expired and I'll yield back.
Bravo! Mr. Gaetz, you have arrived. I can't believe what I just heard. You took Zucks down. Almost like you're a billionaire. Maybe one day you'll be a billionaire, at least 120 millionaire like Peloison. I don't know. Anyway, look, let's see if there's anything else here.
We certainly try to do this in a way that is neutral to all viewpoints. We want to be a platform for all ideas.
Is that Mark Zuckerberg or Mark Zuckerbat? We're a platform for all, for people to have a voice, everyone but Trump.
I don't think you build a social product with the goal of giving people a voice if you don't believe that people being able to express a wide variety of things is ultimately valuable for the world. And we try to make sure that our policies and our operations ultimately reflect and carry that out.
Then how could you ever censor the Trump when you know the world values everything that I say?
In terms of the people setting the policies, I think it is valuable to have people with a diversity of viewpoints involved so we can make sure that we have the different viewpoints represented in the policy development process.
Guys, look, it's Diversity Mark.
And we also consult with a number of outside groups whenever we develop new policies to make sure that we're taking into account all perspectives.
Are you kidding me? That sounds like something that he just made up.
I mean, you said you reach out to outside groups. Can you think of one conservative outside group that you reach out to and use as a content moderator?
I have to say, this guy's fantastic. His line of questioning gets right to the heart of it.
Congressman,
Did you hear that? Yeah, you're caught out, Mark. I'll tell you, this should be the trial of Mark Zuckerberg.
Real quickly, can you briefly explain the approval process for third-party fact checkers and how many fact checkers does Facebook employ?
We work with about 70 fact-checking partners around the world, and the goal of the program is to limit the distribution of viral hoaxes, so things that are clearly false.
So you're not doctors, but you feel you could censor any doctor who talks about success that they're having on coronavirus. I think that's an overstep of your powers there, Zuckerdick.
We don't ourselves want to be in the business of determining what is true and what is false. That feels like an inappropriate role for us to play.
Says the guy who's playing that role. Look, I have a feeling we're gonna have a part 2 of Facebook Zucks, so stay tuned. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next Donald Trump show. Have a great night. There was one bit where there's an artist who had a very graphic depiction of Trump, and it was a blade going across my throat. And Facebook made an exception, and they let it play. They said, look, let's let it go. It's artwork. But then they had a picture of Beto, and Elmer Fudd was holding a shotgun, and Beto O'Rourke was there. And he said, no, you can't have my guns, Beto. And that they wouldn't allow. Like, that's a problem? I don't understand. I mean, what's the problem with a shotgun from Elmer Fudd? But they pulled it, but they let the Trump thing through, so...
This is what happened, people. It's a real thing that's going on in the real world. He Zucks. Facebook Zucks. You know, but hopefully we get a fair playing ground. I mean, people should be able to just hear what's really going on out there. Don't pull content down. You're not a doctor. You're not employing doctors in order to censor doctor, hypothesis. When you have lots of doctors sharing personal stories, success stories in their practices, you have no right to censor that. They're sharing how they're helping what's going on, how they're able to have it. I want to ask you guys something. We lost 130,000 people in the first couple months, right? We had something like 1.5 million cases, and we lost like 130,000 people. Is that correct? Someone tell me if that's right. Something like 130,000 people over 1.5 million cases. We're now over 3 million cases. That's what everybody's focused on. Wow, we're over 3 million cases. We've only gone up 10,000 more deaths. Doesn't that tell you something? 130,000 deaths over 1.5 million, or 10,000 deaths over the next 1.5 million. We've figured out how to manage it. But you're not hearing that. You're not looking at the data for what it is, because that's what I keep looking at. I'm like, okay, well, I keep waiting to see that the death number be over like 200,000, 250,000, 300,000, because we're up at 3 million cases now. We went from 1 million to 2 million to 3 million cases, and we're still at 130,000 deaths, 140,000 deaths. It's still a lot, don't get me wrong, but it's not double. If it's what we thought it was, we would see 300,000 deaths right now. Dagger, can you let me know, when did we see that? Like, there was a stat in the news recently, and that stat just simply said that, hold on a second. Let me see what you guys have over here. Hopefully they'll throw him in prison for a while. Listen, I don't know if they'd ever put Zuckerberg in prison. They should. I think that he did definitely lie. There's no way. If you listen to what he said the first time, and you listen to the first two times that Ryan Hartwood came onto the Real Talk program, he let it all out. And the last time we just kind of were in this song we were working on, but he got into it and shared a lot of what's happening on the Facebook front. And it's absolutely slighted. They pull down anything they can that will affect the chances of winning the next election. And so now what we have to do is make sure that we get the truth out there before November. Let people make a decision on their own. You want to vote for Trump or you want to vote for Sleep Sofa? It's up to you. One of them you can take a nap on, the other one's going to fight for you. I'm just saying. All right. Dag says the stats first and foremost are being translated from flu numbers now, being called COVID. That's true also. I haven't heard about any other flu deaths. None. 0 flu deaths after COVID became a thing. In fact, I haven't heard of any other deaths of anything. No heart disease, no cancer, nothing. It's just all COVID. People going... I had another story. A friend of mine said that his sister, I think, wanted to get a COVID test. She ordered a COVID test to be sent to the house. Decided not to take the test. Got another follow-up message saying that she's positive with COVID. She never took the test. Got a message saying, "I'm sorry to tell you that you have COVID. That you have COVID-19. You need to quarantine." Like, what? Didn't even take the test. That's what's going on out there. And that's scary. That's very scary. Like when Dr. Birx at the beginning said we're being very liberal when we count our deaths on COVID. They shouldn't be liberal. They should be exact. We want to know, because they have, like, you see these other countries, they have like 800 deaths. I'm like, what? We've got 100 and something thousand. It's because they call everything a COVID death. But even if you back out all those numbers, maybe it's around 40 or 50,000 really, okay? And then if you think about it, how it went crazy, and then now all of a sudden it's such a slow death rate. I don't know what it's at, but 2 million people get it, 1.5 million people get it, and only 10 more thousand or 15 more thousand people die. That's good, guys. That tells us that we are figuring it out. The doctors out there are figuring it out. And when they come out and speak about it, and they tell you how they're finding success, these are how we were able to save 350 souls. Nobody died. These 350, this is how. You censor that. You're not even a doctor. I smell a rock. The rock is cooking. Right, Dagger? I smell it. This is what's going to happen. I'm just calling it like it is. They're going to drop the hammer on all of these social media, monopolies like Facebook. And they're going to have their own little central office there they're the ones who do this potential censoring. It's going to be run by the government. Sorry, it should be. Because you guys don't know how to handle that power. You've proven it to yourself. Wow. Dag said for every one person infected, they assume 13 others have it, or as well presumed to have it. This is the scary thing. In Greenwich, which is a few towns away from me, they had one of the first set of cases. They have an issue where all of a sudden these kids, a bunch of kids went to like Nantucket for the summer for a couple weeks, right? They came back, all of them have COVID-19. They gave it to all their families. Now there's this surge in Greenwich again because of these idiots who were like, yeah, who cares? We're past it. Who cares? It's not even real. Look, it is real. No one's saying it's not real. I'm just saying that it's a thing. It may not be as bad as they said. That's all I'm saying. At this point, if you look at the numbers and you see that we've had maybe 10 or 15,000 more deaths since we've gotten 1.5 million to 2 million more cases, that is a big stat to look at right there. The first set was 130,000 lives over 1.5 million cases. That was the first subset of stats. That's what I remember. I don't know if that's true. But then I see from 1.5 million to 3 million cases, we've had 15,000 deaths. How does that not translate into, okay, wait a second, guys, maybe we figured this out. Maybe the doctors know something. Maybe we should start listening to the doctors. No, let's censor them. Let's take everything they say offline. I'll tell you something I heard today. That I think was very interesting. Thanks to one of my friends that sent this to me, doctor, who, same thing, censored. She said, look, the reason why there was a bad test where they did a placebo test / they did a test on hydrochloroquine to see how effective it would be, okay? And they said it could have heart problems or heart arrhythmia, right? That's because the way they did the test was at 4 times the recommended dosage. This doctor said, you give any drug at 4 times the recommended dosage, it's going to cause heart arrhythmia, no matter what the drug is. This is a drug that they allow pregnant women to take. They allow children to take it. And you could have it with an immune compromised system as well, I believe. And this is all on the CDC website. They allow pregnant people and children to take it. It's been around for 70 years, costs pennies. It's over the counter in some countries. This lady said, when you do anything 4 times, you're going to have arrhythmias. She said, if you do, it's 200 milligrams twice a week. Yeah. So you take 200 milligrams on a Monday and again on Thursday, okay? That's it. Hydrochloroquine, 200 milligrams twice a week as a preventative. She said you won't get it. Now, maybe you still do, but it's going to help you not get it as often or as contagious. You won't be as contagious as you walking around without some sort of protection. 200 milligrams a week, not 800, 1,600 a week. That's twice. No. But these people, the way they did this, they skewed it from the beginning to make the test fail because they don't want you to know that this drug could work. And there's an article in 2005, and the article is very clear. It says for SARS, there's a drug called chloroquine. This is prior to hydrochloroquine, or just they were doing chloroquine. It said chloroquine stops the inhibitors of ACE2 inhibitors, something like that. It shuts them down. Now, I don't care if this is COVID-19 or SARS-1. It comes from the same exact concept, I think. I don't know. It's through the inhibitor, the ACE2 inhibitor. Both of them. They both come through the ACE2, right? I don't think it matters what virus it is. If you could shut down that ACE2 inhibitor, isn't that a good thing? I don't freaking know. Yeah, the CDC, Big Pharma, of course, wants to somehow make money off of this. Well, of course they need to. I wouldn't be surprised if they're the ones who started this thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a Max Scott coming out tonight, my buddy Max. He might. But what I'm going to do for you guys is play you a bit real quick. Let me see what we got. I'm tempted to play you the Dr. Evil, but it's 13 minutes long, people. It's 13 minutes long, people. Kind of crazy. I mean, we got so many crazy things here. Let me play you this. I thought this was pretty funny. Check this out real quick.
Hammerlin, Jamison, live from the studio. Donald Trump coming at us from the Rose Garden.
Look, I'm telling you right now, the country turns to crap with Sleep Sofa Joe in the Oval Office. He's going to get rid of the chair at the desk, and instead he's going to put a sleep sofa right there. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm getting a word in my ear right now that he will be the Sleep Sofa in the White House. They're going to call him Sleep Sofa 1. They're going to have a nickname for Biden. It's going to be Sleep Sofa 1. Like for me, they call me Mr. Billions. And look, we all have a nickname. Just Sleep Sofa is going to be Sleep Sofa 1. I don't know. We're going to work on that one, especially, we'll come up with the titles before Sleep Sofa takes over office for me. I can see it already. Sleep Sofa 1 on the move. It's going to be hilarious. Betsy and I have been talking about it behind the scenes. I said, look, worst case scenario, Betsy. If we can't beat the sleep sofa, then leave him a nice present as he arrives into the Oval Office. Oh, yes, please, I'll take my coffee. Oh, he's already taking a nap. Sleep sofa 1 is napping. Oh, I could see it already. I almost want to lose, just so I could speak to the Secret Service afterwards and hear all about it. But anyway, we'll get back to that. I think I'll see you tomorrow for the next Trump show.
That's just a funny little bit.
Sleeps over 1.
Oh, my goodness, guys. So what are you guys up to this Friday evening? What do you want to see next? Do you want to see a Donald Trump episode? Do you want to see the Dr. Evil? Do you want to see the full Dr. Evil? I mean, I kind of dig it. It's very funny, I think. I don't know. I kind of got disconnected from you guys the other day, so we didn't get to see it. Let's do this. Ready? I'm going to play you the bit. Here we go.
Hammerlin Jamison introducing episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show, The Gates to Evil.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me on episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show. Today we're talking about Dr. Evil. That's right, Bill Gates, Fauci. They're all in it together. And I think you'll be surprised when you see Vladimir Putin in the mix. And even George Soros. So we're going to get into it now. Let's take a look at the first piece.
Dr. Evil, are you there?
Well, hi, Bill Gates. How are you?
Do you have a second to talk?
Yep, I'm here in the evil lair right now. I heard about all your work on the vaccines. Quite promising. Hold on. Put you on speakerphone. So tell me, what's the latest, Bill?
Look, we have to get our vaccines in order if we want to try to stop the spread of the coronavirus. And consequently, I own all of the patents and I have all of the companies that are actually going to provide the vaccines. And Moderna, you may have heard of, that's actually my company. I'm going to be the one who makes all the money at the end. But we have to do it. It's going to kill a lot of people, and it's going to put a lot of more money in my pocket to be the shelf effect, where everybody else dies and I get everything. I'm going to try to take over the world is really the plan here.
Look, Bill, that's usually what we do here at Evil Headquarters. I'm frickin' Dr. Evil. Anyway, how could I help?
Well, it looks like I've got everybody lined up and ready for the big reveal. They're all afraid. They're at home quarantined, and they're not sure if it's safe to go outdoors. So they're ready for the takedown.
Yeah, I get it. You want to take over the world.
People are starting to understand that I have an ulterior motive, and it's financially based, it's population reduction based, and they don't like it. And I just want to try to find out how to do it successfully like you did.
I don't have time to give you the ins and outs.
Do you have any tips or suggestions that you can give me?
Well, Bill, fear seems low. I would release the murder hornets.
Well, I really appreciate your advice, Dr. Evil. I know you've gone through this before.
I do take over the world at least once a month.
I think it's very important that we do this the right way.
The right way is the only way.
If we do it correctly from the beginning, then I'm going to be the leader of the world.
Look, Bill, I'm going to be honest with you. What's yours is mine. I'm just going to do it all myself. I already released the murder hornets. Don't open your windows. Frankly, I was shaken by the images. I could not believe it when I had this YouTube video sent to me. These things are going on behind the Trumpers' back. And I don't like it. No. We're going to stop the Dr. Evil. We're going to stop Bill Gates. He's not even a freaking doctor. You know that, right? He's not a doctor. Doesn't even play a doctor on TV. He just pretends. He walks around, puts a stethoscope on, I think, when he's at home. Melinda, look, I've got a stethoscope on. I'm a doctor. No, you're not. You're just a stupid billionaire. Well, look, let's keep going. Let's see what these morons are up to.
Number 2, get me Bill Gates.
Dr. Evil. Bill Gates is on the evil monitor.
Bill, it's Dr. Evil. Oh, hi, Dr. Evil. How are you?
I'm doing great, Bill.
So glad to get you on the line again. I think it's about time we release our secret weapon. Can you get him on the line, number 2?
Dr. Evil. Call on the evil monitor.
Dr. Fauci, it's Dr. Evil.
Hello, Dr. Evil.
Look, Fauci, we need you to continue pushing the narrative. If we want them to take the vaccine, they need to be scared. So we need the public to believe that they're in danger. And the only one who's in control of that right now is Dr. Fauci.
Well, we have to be very careful. We can't let the president know what we're doing.
Look, we need to continue to push fear. If we want them to take the vaccine, we're going to have to pretend that they need it. So I'm going to get onto every network station, and I'm going to continue to push the narrative. I'm thinking about deploying the murder hornets.
We should probably be searching for a murder hornet vaccine as we speak.
This sounds like a great idea, Dr. Fauci. Get on it, and I'll see you guys soon. Just remember, keep me apprised. Wait, no, hold on, I'm not done.
We're going to have to continue to act stealth with this mission.
One more thing. Don't forget our mantra. We all need vaccines. That we all need vaccines. And I will eventually take over the world.
See, this is the agenda of the New World Order, run by Bill Gates, President Xi. They drop a virus, I call it the Fluhan, on the world. They cripple the global economic system. They put everybody in quarantine. They gotta wear a mask. You can't go out without a mask. And everybody's still fine. The death rate's like the frickin' flu. And they say everybody must get a vaccine. Look, I'll tell you what. I'm Donald J. Trump, and I won't be getting a vaccine. You've got an immune system for a reason. You don't need an immunity like a vaccine made by people like Fauci that just are trying to line their pockets with dollar bills, y'all. So take a look at this last clip. Kinda pisses me off. He called me on pocket dial. You'll see, take a look.
Number 2, get me Bill Gates on the evil monitor.
Dr. Evil. Bill Gates is on the evil monitor.
Well, hi, Dr. Evil. How are you? So glad to speak to you. I'm just here talking to the press right now. Is there something I could do for you?
Oh, Donald, I'm sorry. This is actually a pocket dial. I'm gonna have to call you back.
Okay, Dr. Evil.
Number 2! That was too freaking close, number 2.
I'm sorry, Dr. Evil. Bill Gates on the evil monitor.
Hi, Bill. It's Dr. Evil. How are you? Hi, Dr. Evil. How are you? I'm good, Bill. Are we still on track to take over the world? So Dr. Fauci went on the front lines again today and told people they need to do even more extensive social distancing. They need to stay away from each other more. We have to develop the vaccine before too many people die, and then we won't be able to make all of that money. And what does Fauci have to say about it? I'm going to try to get Dr. Fauci on right now. Dr. Fauci, are you there?
Bill, how are you?
It's Bill and Dr. Evil, and he's on the evil monitor with us.
Dr. Evil.
Gentlemen, the fear-mongering's not working. You're going to have to find a different strategy.
I'm getting very nervous about this, Dr. Evil. I think I may back out of this entire thing if we don't bring the vaccine to market next week. I'm out.
Take a breath real quick, Dr. Fauci, because we're almost there. All right, we put all the money out there. We have the patents, and we have everybody at home right now. So all you have to do is continue the narrative.
The president is starting to become suspicious of Fauci.
Dr. Fauci, we really need you to come through for us here.
Look, the president is smarter than he pretends to be.
Fauci, failure is not an option here.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I will not take a fall for two megalomaniacs.
Okay. I think I've heard enough. Excuse me. Yes, release the murder hornets. Yes, Bill Gates' house and Dr. Fauci's. That's right. Yep, thank you. Okay, yep, fantastic. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I just can't stand you anymore.
Look, I have to thank MAGA lover QAnon 1984 for sharing these 3 videos with me. Oh, wait a second, I'm getting in my ear that we have one more for you. Hold on one moment. Let's get to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scene is set. Number 2.
Dr. Evil. Vladimir Putin's on the phone.
Dr. Evil, it's Vladimir. We hear the news.
Well, it's really good to have you on the line, Vladimir. I'm so glad that our plan is working.
Right now is good mission. Is an American run.
Look, all I want you to know, Vladimir, is that we have to put the pressure on. More cities.
They riot in the street. Good.
Now to part 2, our secret weapon. You know who I'm talking about. Let's get him on the line.
Dr. Evil. George Soros is on the line.
George.
Dr. Evil.
What's the deal?
Can I play too?
What you got going on over there? Give us the scoop.
I want to play.
Let me put you on speaker. Yep, here we go. What do you got, George?
I'll put money in as well, and we could take over the solar system.
We have to find a way to stabilize Donald Trump as well.
Bring Trump Walker to me. I will turn him, or I will destroy him. You know, I have to say, I did not expect to see George Soros turn into Emperor Palpatine. Who knew? Who knew that Emperor Palpatine was really George Soros? Typecast, really. I heard he also played Jabba the Hutt. They didn't really even need to use any makeup. Look, the one thing I'll tell you about Donald J. Trump is I keep my friends close, but I keep my enemies closer. I'm gonna call Dr. Evil right now. That's right. We're gonna have a conversation about all of these videos because I don't like when people come after the Trump.
Hold on, people. The phone is ringing. Number 2.
Dr. Evil, there's a call on the Evil monitor. It's Donald Trump.
Thank you, number 2. Hi, Donald. It's Dr. Evil. How are you?
Dr. Evil, you're live right now on the Donald Trump show.
Oh, really? Okay, hold on one second. Let me put you on speaker. What can I do for you, Donald?
You're actually the subject of episode 16 of the Drum Show, and I just found 4 videos, quite incriminating. And before I send them to the high courts, I just wanted to see if you have anything you'd like to say.
Well, Donald, simply put, I'm freaking Dr. Evil.
Look, Dr. Evil, you know, we've had a pretty good working relationship in the past, but that all comes to an end now. Next time you think you could take advantage of the Trumper, just get ready for a steaming pile of rockets all over your face. I'm gonna drop them all over your evil compound, wherever it is.
I wish you lots of luck on your search, Donald.
We're gonna find you, Dr. Evil. I'm going to find you.
Look, Donald, I really don't care how you feel. Sorry.
Perhaps if I tell you about the newest technology we're gonna use to take you out in your compound, would that interest you, Dr. Evil?
No matter what tech you have, Donald, you get... Hello? Donald? Number 2! He hung up again,
Dr. Evil, at it again. All right, guys, I have something amazing to share with you. Okay, so last week I went to pick up a dog, last Saturday. Okay, we got Max. So we're going to go get him in a few minutes if he wakes up. Okay, he's our Max Scott. Thanks to Dagger saying he should be our mascot for the Real Talk show. I say, no, he's our Maxcot. That's my son came up with that one. But there's a place I wanted to stop to on the way to get the donut I've been dreaming about since I was a kid, okay? It's called Obco Donuts in New Jersey, in Toms River, New Jersey. If you ever happen to be driving through Route 37, it's called Obco. They're open from 5 a.m. until they sell out. That's their slogan. That good, okay? So I couldn't get this donut. I've been trying to make these donuts, okay, myself, with what my memory. So the other day I get a call from this guy. He's like, hey, I want to look at your rental in Hamden, Connecticut. I'm a real estate agent. If you guys don't know that, send me your friends, your leads, anything. I'll take care of anybody you have. That's what I do during the day. I just go out there and destroy for my clients. So I get a call from this guy. He's like, hey, I wanted to check out your rental in Hamden, Connecticut. Can I take a look at it tomorrow? I said, yeah, sure. What time do you want to go? He's like, how about like 1 o'clock? Because I got about a 3-hour drive. And so in my mind, I'm calculating 3-hour drive. So I said, hey, where are you coming in from? Just checking. Because he may be somewhere near Obco Donuts. Maybe he just happens to be driving by Obco. I don't know. So I said, where are you from? Where are you coming in from? He goes, Lavalette. Now, I remember Lavalette. Remember the name. So I'm like, let me just do a quick search on Google. Lavalette, New Jersey to Obco Donuts. It's like 4 minutes away. I'm not even joking. It's like 4 minutes away. So I asked him, could you please stop and get me a dozen strawberry iced donuts? So this is the official strawberry iced donut from Obco Donuts in Toms River, New Jersey. I told them that I would do a review of their donut. I've been dreaming about this for 28 years. You're about to witness something very exciting. The strawberry iced donut on the Real Talk show 28 years later. Ready? I just got a little strawberry. In there. Like a little piece of strawberry. Because they use real strawberries. Oh my goodness. It's completely ridiculous, guys. It is so good. I gotta get another bite. You need another bite over there. Seriously. What? Obco. Insane. So I did the research. It's a baked donut. It's not one that you put in oil. I was doing it in oil for the last 2 weeks, guys. I've been trying to make this donut. Put it in oil. Dip it in sugar. And yeah, I had to warm it up. I'll tell you, Alma. So listen. Dude's like, yeah, I'll go pick up a dozen for you. So I called over to Obco. And I said, look, remember last week I was supposed to come by and get a dozen donuts? Dozen strawberry iced. The lady goes, oh yeah, the radio guy. I said, no, the talk show guy. I said, yeah. I want to come by, but I can't. I said, but I got a guy who's like 3 minutes away. He's going to come by and pick him up for me. So she says, okay, here's your total. I was like, really? I was like, give me 2 dozen. Because what I got to do is I got to freeze a dozen. So then I have this donut at least for a few weeks. You know what I mean? Because I won't be able to get it again for a while. It's 3 hours away. So I've got another 13 left in the freezer. And that's right. We ate 11. Me and the kids and my wife. It's that good, guys. It's that freaking good. Dag says just eat them. I know. Dagger says he sent it in a client. You should. Oh my goodness. Guys, it's ridiculous. Obco, do it. They've been there for like forever. The flavor's nice. Now, obviously, it's not 100% like the first day, but it's still really good. You know what I gotta do real quick? Got a notification that something's not working upstairs, so let me go and fix this. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to put something on here for you. I'm going to put on episode. We're going to move backwards one by one, okay? So you saw 16? Let's go to 15. I'm not sure what I did in 15. I forget.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live from the studio. We're joined by Donald Trump for episode 15 of the Donald Trump Show.
Thank you for joining me. Episode 15, the Donald Trump Show. Today we go back to bumbling Biden. That's right, Sleeps Over Joe. I got a doozy for you tonight. Check this out.
I mean, we can't ensure our future is made in America with American paying, good paying union jobs here at home.
Okay, wait a minute. I've been saying America first for like 4 years. And I'm called a racist, a xenophobe, etc. But Sleep Sofa Joe says it. And everyone's like, oh my goodness, look, Sleepy Joe. He's a genius. Wow. Honestly, if he doesn't fall asleep on camera, he's going to beat me. But he's going to fall asleep on camera. Just wait for it, people.
Here at home, making it in America.
Bumbler, here at home would be made in America. I think he may have said that because Sleepy Joe also owns a piece of land in the Ukraine.
These are the most critical investments we can make for the long-term health and vitality of both the American economy and the physical health and safety of the American people.
So, Sleepy, you had 44 years in the Senate, 8 years as the vice president, and now when you're not in office, you're taking my ideas and pretending that they're your ideas?
Even if we weren't facing a pandemic and an economic crisis, we should be making these investments anyway.
Look, Sleep Sofa, you could say what you want, but you sound like a bumbling idiot at this point. You were in there for 8 years. Do you want me to keep saying it? I will.
To power a clean energy revolution in this country, we need to modernize America's infrastructure.
That's right. You wouldn't have been able to modernize our infrastructure in the 80s when you were vice president. You were just vice president 4 years ago, moron.
Despite this overwhelming need, this president and the Republican Congress have simply failed to act.
Okay, so critique coming from a guy who's been hiding in his basement since he left office at 16. He was in his basement pre-coronavirus. You know that, right?
10,000s, actually tens of thousands.
How many?
10,000s, actually tens of thousands.
Wow, that's a lot, Joe.
There's no other way of saying it.
Well, for Joe Biden, you're right. There's only one way of saying it. The Sleep Sofa way.
Donald Trump promised a big infrastructure bill when he ran in 2016.
I have massive plans for this country, but the Democrats have not made it easy.
Seems like every few weeks, when he needs a distraction from the latest charges of corruption in his staff or the conviction of high-ranking members of administration and political apparatus, the White House announces, quote, it's Infrastructure Week.
Sleep Sofa, you know, I have to tell you, I think you should just stop running. Because every time you have a gaffe, or every time you say something super racist, the media starts a race war, or they totally flip it. Oh, he raped someone? Let's talk about how much integrity he has.
But he's never delivered.
Way to go, Joe. Let's find the 1 or 2 things I couldn't do in the first 4 years, and let's make a big deal out of it.
He's never really even tried.
I have to say, Sleepy, the Sleep Sofa Joe is hilarious. Partly for the goofy things he says with a straight face, but then look at what he said there. I haven't tried. I don't try. Are you kidding me? I sleep like 3 hours a day. I don't get paid for my job. And I get crapped on all day by you fake news morons. And you say I don't try.
Well, I know how to get it done.
The only thing that Sleep Sofa Joe knows how to get done is putting his head on a pillow and taking a nap. That he can get done every single day, afternoon, night. Look, I've got to go, but I'll see you tomorrow on the next Donald Trump show.
Holy cow, how long you been sitting here? How long you been sitting here, people? Oh, Denise, they're so good. Those donuts are ridiculous. You should check it out. Are you lagging, or did I just disappear for a little bit? Oh, I'm a silly goose. Let's see what else we have here. So did you guys like that episode? I thought that was a pretty funny episode. But episode 14 was almost funnier because it's about Poloisen, I think.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live from the studio, but we're going to take this to Donald Trump for episode 14 of The Donald Trump Show.
Welcome and thank you for joining me on episode 14 of The Donald Trump Show. Tonight we're talking about Poloisen again. That's right. Don't drink the poison. Also, don't eat any food prepared by Poloisen. Everything she touches turns to poison. Anyway, I've got some amazing clips for you today of Poloisen. We're going to see her in action again. She's a terrible human being. Take a look at this one, for example.
Do you think that it is time for Vice President Biden to address this head-on himself?
Now, before we get started, you remember how they treated Trump, right? You remember how they treated Kavanaugh when he was trying to be nominated? They stepped all over the man's life, his dignity, his integrity. But this Poloisen's talking about Sleeps Over Joe like he's walks on water, really. Take a listen.
Well, I have great sympathy for any women who bring forth an allegation. I'm a big, strong supporter of the Me Too movement. I think it's been made a great contribution to our country.
Oh, well, this is great. So we should have a really great endorsement by Nancy Poloisen to support this Tara Reid with her allegations. Let's hear what Poloisen has to say.
And I do support Joe Biden. I'm satisfied with how he has responded. I know him. I was proud to endorse him on Monday.
So let me get this straight. The reporter asks you what you think about Sleeps Over Joe being accused of rape, sexual abuse, and you're satisfied? What? This is not right, Nancy, no.
Very proud to endorse him.
Whoa, look, everybody, it's Proud Poloisen.
And so I'm satisfied with that.
So let me get this straight, Nancy. Because you put your 37 pounds behind Sleeps Over Joe, you now no longer believe anybody who accuses Sleeps Over of wrongdoings because you threw your weight behind Sleeps Over Joe. I just want to make sure that people know what you stand for. Maybe it's 36 pounds, I don't know.
I mean, he hasn't, to be clear, he hasn't addressed it. His campaign has addressed it, but he has not directly addressed it. Should he directly, publicly address it?
Did you see? She looks like a deer in headlights. Okay, you guys ready for your first spin class with Nancy Poloisen? I hope you brought your mats. Lay them out. Here we go.
You know, it's a matter that he has to deal with, but I am impressed with the people who worked for him at the time saying they absolutely never heard one iota of information about this. Nobody ever brought forth a claim or had anybody else tell them about such a claim.
Oh, that's great, Nancy. Thank goodness that the people that work for Sleeps Over Joe said they've never heard an iota. Any inkling, you say, of anything that Joe Sleeps Over Bumbling Biden ever did wrong.
But again, we have an important election at hand.
And there it is. The true colors come out from Poloisen. They don't care what Biden has done wrong. They just want to beat Trumper that bad. Rape, smelling little girls' hair, stealing speeches, whatever. Oh, fake civil rights guy, too, forgot. They'll say whatever they can to undercut the Trump.
One that is, I think, one of the most important ones that we've had. We say that every election, but I think this one is the most crucial.
So crucial that you'll forget about your support for the Me Too movement. You really are Poloisen, Nancy. You know that, right?
And I supported him because he's a person of great values, integrity, authenticity.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing here right now. She said values, integrity, and authenticity. Are you sure you're speaking about Sleep Sofa Joe?
Imagination.
There you go again, Peloizen. Imagination? You're kidding, right? This is Sleep Sofa Joe. He's been in office for 44 years and done absolutely nothing. He can imagine what it would be like to actually accomplish something, I guess.
And a connection to the American people.
You must be kidding, Nancy, right? Sleep Sofa Joe is currently looking for a connection to reality.
He understands the kitchen table issues of America's working families.
Okay, 1 out of 2. He probably knows what a kitchen table is. I'll give him that much.
He's the personification of hope.
Joe Biden is the personification of dope.
And optimism for our country, and I was proud to endorse him. And America needs a person like Joe Biden with his integrity.
Remember that this entire interview took place because Joe Biden was accused of raping a woman, and she's standing by his integrity.
His integrity and his vision for the future.
I'm very confused by this one. Looking into the future, vision. Sleep Sofa Joe has a hard enough time looking into the next hour. Never mind days, weeks, and years ahead. This is not a condition that gets better. It only gets worse. Look, I want to thank you for tuning in to episode 14 of the Donald Trump Show. Peloizen Part 2. You know, she's basically the Crypt Keeper, right? I keep wondering if they're going to do Tales from the Crypt 2. I have the perfect typecast character for you. Her name is Nancy Pelosi. We call her Peloizen. And I'm sure you can find her online under The Devil's Best Friend. I'll see you tomorrow on the next Donald Trump Show.
There you have it, guys. That was I'm every time I watch him back, I'm like, yeah, this is a good one. And it's going to get even better because this is when Barack Obama decided to sit down with Joe Sleep Sofa Biden and try to see if he could give him some tutelage. Now, listen, what I have to say about this, well, it speaks for itself.
It's Hammerlin Jamison with the exclusive Donald Trump with episode 13 of the Donald Trump Show.
Thank you very much for joining me on episode 13 of the Donald Trump Show. Tonight, we're talking about this stupid ad that just came out. Did you see this? Sleep Sofa. That's right. He's sitting with Obama. They're sitting together. Actually, I thought Joe was going to fall asleep a few times, but Obama, I guess he's pretty charismatic. He kept his attention. So let's get to it.
I don't understand his inability to get a sense of what people are going through.
That's very interesting, Joe. I'm wondering if you'll ever be able to get a sentence out without sounding like you're falling asleep.
He just can't relate in any way.
I can't relate. That's funny. I can't relate to your communist leanings, no, Sleep Sofa Joe. That I cannot relate to.
One of the things that I have always known about you, Joe, it's the reason why I wanted you to be my vice president and the reason why you were so effective.
Effective? He was effective at smelling young girls' hair and whispering in their ears. But what else did Sleep Sofa Joe do while he was in the White House?
Ways in which presidents motivate people. By doing something really ignobling. Doing something really ignobling.
I believe Joe thinks that ignoble's a good word.
Ignobling. Important, and people go, oh. Or to do something really bad.
Oh, wait, Sleep Sofa, you've got me confused now. Because ignoble means dishonorable. And then you said really good. Or really bad. I'm really confused, Sleep Sofa. I think you're not really sure what the dictionary definition is for ignoble.
This guy has generated a sense out there that people are waking up to, that he ran by deliberately dividing people from the moment he came down that escalator.
Wrong. I've been connecting people to the truth, Sleep Sofa. That you, Obama, and all of your cronies have been taking advantage of this country. You for 44 years. I don't know how that has been possible.
I think people are now going, I don't want my kid growing up that way.
Wait, hold on, Sleepy. So you're telling me kids don't want to grow up winning? Oh, no, they want to be losers like Sleep Sofa Joe. Joe, they all want to be winners, okay? Stop telling people to lose. I shouldn't be surprised, though. Being vice president is like winning the silver medal at the Olympics.
You know what it's like as much as anybody.
What are we talking about now? Falling asleep on camera? Pooping your pants? Just elaborate, Barack.
To be in the White House during a crisis.
Oh, I'm sure you got a lot of great information out of Bobblehead Joe.
You know what it's like to have to...
I just have to ask, why does it take Barack so long to form, like, the simplest of sentences?
Get laws passed through Congress.
You know, I'm really glad you brought that up, Barack. Because Sleep Sofa Joe does have some experience drafting the crime bill in 1994 that put a lot of people in jail. Too many to count, I believe.
You know what it's like to deal with foreign leaders.
Barack Obama with another direct hit. How did you do in Ukraine, Joe? That's right. And how about your son, Hunter? Been looking for him. I have a couple of questions. Attorney Bill Barr will be calling him. You may want to let your son know.
You know what it's like and how lonely it can be.
Look, you're probably right, Barack. It must get really lonely for Sleep Sofa Joe, those couple of thoughts running through his head on a daily. It's okay, Joe. Just take a nap.
To make tough decisions where not every decision is going to be perfect, but you got to make them.
You know, Barack, it's kind of hard for Joe to make any decisions at this point.
And to take responsibility for it.
I do have to say I give that to Sleep Sofa. I've heard him say he's going to do a boom, 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 so he does take responsibility for his poopers. Okay, does it or does it not seem like Barack is thinking the same thing?
And the thing I've got confidence in, Joe, is your heart and your character and the fact that you are going to be able to reassemble.
Okay, so wait a second. What is Sleep Sofa, bumbling Biden, going to reassemble? He can't even assemble a sentence. He doesn't remember his name half the time. He said he's Joe Biden's husband, Joe Biden. That's stupid.
Reassemble the kind of government that cares about people and brings people together.
Look, I think Joe could bring people together for a nice nap, okay? But he's not going to accomplish anything except be the Muppet puppet for the left. I have to laugh, though, Barack. You say to help and care for people, but you're the ones who are causing all the problems right now. Anyhow, this was the 13th episode of The Donald Trump Show. We're going to continue to dig deep into the Sleep Sofa and find what's in the cushions. And I'll see you tomorrow at the next Donald Trump Show. To dig into the Sleep Sofa and find what's in the cushions.
I love that. Digging into the Sleep Sofa? What? I'm insane. I love it. Wow. So I just saw something that said Trump is going to ban TikTok in the U.S. as early as Saturday.
Because China owns it. That's why, people.
All right, so listen, here's episode 12 of the Donald Trump Show. We're going from reverse, okay? We started at 17 today, which is Facebook Zucks. And then we went back to the Dr. Evil 2020 update, which is basically, what's Dr. Evil been up to since filming Austin Powers? Been a couple of years. And there's something there. And then we went back, and now we're here on episode 12.
Hammerlin Jamison live from the studio. Donald Trump joins us with episode 12 of The Trump Show.
Thank you, and welcome to episode 12 of the Donald Trump Show. Tonight we're talking about sleep sofa bumbling Biden. This episode's called How Far Left Can Sleep Sofa Go? Let's take a look.
And I can't thank you enough for all you've done so far, and that's thank you for taking the time for watching today.
You're off to a great start, Joe.
Look, one of the things I think is important, I wish we taught more in our schools about the Islamic faith.
Wait, hold on. So you get rid of God in the school. You can't pray in school, but you want to talk about Islam? Does that make any sense? It doesn't at all, unless you're trying to pander for votes. Oh, look, it's pandering Biden.
And what people don't realize, it's one of my avocation is theology, don't realize is that we all come from the same root here in terms of our fundamental basic beliefs.
The same fundamental beliefs? Are you crazy, Joe? Crazy Joe Biden. Yeah, that's right. We all fundamentally believe the same things. That's right.
So my generic point is...
Everything about Sleep Sofa Joe's generic.
We agree that we can redirect some of the funding.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so no more police departments. Sleep Sofa Joe, defunding the police. Look, let's divert some funds. Let's not improve the police. Let's just defund them. Let's go back to cowboys and Indians. How about we go back to the Wild West? Sounds like a good idea, Sleep Sofa. Did you think about this one at all, or are you just reading off of the teleprompter again?
And one of the things that we also need to be doing is fundamentally changing the way, and I've been pushing it for years, changing the way we deal with our prison system.
Okay, this one's classic. Are you guys ready for this?
It should be a rehabilitation system, not a punishment system.
Okay, I think it's time we slam bumbling Biden back onto his sleep sofa.
I started looking at it and found out that this midnight basketball isn't getting them together a bunch of jive folks who are black, white, and Hispanic, who live in their city to do, try to see if they can be Michael Jordan.
Because I really can't tell anymore. Was that racist?
They were keeping schools open so gangs come off streets instead of out raping my mother, marauding me.
You know, this is the third or fourth time I've heard Joe speak about his mother in a very weird way. I'm not really sure if he has a thing for Ma, good old Ma.
My daughter will be safer. My wife will be safer. My mother will be safer.
See, there it is again.
And I will be safer. And I will be happy.
It just looks like Joe Biden did things to suit his own needs when he had young kids. Now he's an old man, doesn't even know his name. So he's like, yeah, you know what? Let's talk about Islam in school. And I think I pooped my pants.
And the truth is, we don't very well know how to rehabilitate them at that point. That's the sad truth.
Could I call Liar Liar Pants on fire? Because Sleep Sofa Joe said it should be a rehabilitation. And he just said there's no way to rehabilitate.
Bobby Rush, member of Congress, said the other day, I'm ashamed that I voted for the 94 crime bill. You ashamed of that bill?
Not at all. In fact, I drafted the bill.
Proud of putting people in prison. Inner city, all different colors and creeds. And now you want them all to vote for you. You're the one who put them in, Warden. How are you going to answer for that, Warden Biden? Warden Biden, that's a mouthful, really. Imagine bumbling Biden as a warden. All right, I think that's enough for episode 12. Look forward to tomorrow, lucky number 13. It's going to be a big episode. Not sure what yet. It's the Trump Show. See you tomorrow.
People, my people. Dag sent me something here. I think it's a hydroxychloroquine update. Bottom line is, guys, if you take 200 milligrams twice a week, it could help, is what I'm hearing. Let's see what Dag has over here, though, because he sent something into the show. Dagger, thank you. Here we go. Let's just add it here. What do we got? All right, huge development. 51 global studies find HCQ effective in treating wow. Hold on a second, people. Hold on a second, people. Look at this study. Huge development. 51 global studies find HCQ effective in treating COVID-19. 16 find HCQ not effective, but 10 of those are late treatment studies. Oh, that is interesting. Hello. So check this out. That's exactly what I was going to say. Well, the only thing I've heard about HCQ is that it only works at the beginning. If you don't take it right at the beginning or prior, you have no shot. Like when you got COVID, it's done. There's no cure for COVID. Okay. What you could do is try to prevent COVID by taking HCQ. And it's like 50 cents per dose. Twice a week is $1 a week. Guess what? Big Pharma can't make anything on that. Dr. Fauci can't make anything on that. So they keep pushing the agenda. Did you see it? It was Representative Jordan. He's ripping at Fauci. I couldn't believe this. This is a clip. He's like, Dr. Fauci, can you explain to me how you could shut down churches, you could shut down work, you could shut down schools, but what is your perspective on rioting? Should we should we shut down the rioting? Should we limit rioting? He's like, I don't understand what you mean, limit rioting. I don't understand. He's like, should we limit rioting? You've limited church. You can't have church. You've limited this. You limited that. Should we limit rioting? Should the government get involved to limit rioting? He's like, I shouldn't get. I'm not going to get involved in that. He's like, how could you not see the difference here? You shut down everything. You won't let people preach their faith. That's one right. But you let people have the other right of protesting. That one's you could do whatever. And it's not even peacefully protesting. That is the right. It's dangerous. And he had a great point. He said you could be two guys that own a gym got arrested last week because they opened up for business. He said, however, if they were outside throwing rocks at their windows at that gym with all the people that worked there throwing rocks at the windows, that would have been okay. They wouldn't have got arrested for that. They could have protested. They could have lit the place on fire. Nothing would have happened. But they got arrested for opening up. My man Sag. I mean, Sigger, what'd you say here? Uh-oh. Yeah, Sig said HCQ will be handed out as a voting, and many people are saying to get people... look, the COVID numbers, let's see what else there's. Oh, Dag sent something else here, a banned video. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is something about the numbers that being a hoax. That I'm definitely interested in. We'll do this. We'll play this. Let's quickly take a look and see what this is. So just look at this, guys.
If you look, and you can see you have the flu deaths here going up to 16. So not that many. That's per day. These are deaths per day. And then this is actually the flu is the blue line. The COVID deaths, you can see the number. It's 140. It almost gets to 140 a day at one point. But you can see how as the flu goes down, COVID's magically taking its place. And in graphic after graphic, it's the exact same signature. Yeah. It's just a computer change. Exactly. It's which they admit they're counting flu as the death, but here's the numbers. There's the numbers. And then if you look at pneumonia follows almost the same path as COVID, almost the same number. So I've got him doing pneumonia deaths next, comparing that with...
Well, so this gets to my point, is that everything is listed as a COVID death and no deaths. I said you should look at how many heart disease deaths there are year after year and see, are we down this year? Are we down this year on whatever else people die from typically? Just look at those death rates year after year and then see how they are this year. And then take the difference and add it to the COVID and then say, okay, well, you should be able to figure out that we're at least double the number we really should be. It's not real. And Big Pharma will never promote a 50-cent cure. It's not a cure. Again, this just can help you prior to getting the disease COVID-19. And here's the other thing, just keep this in mind. On the CDC website, it says, if you look up hydroxychloroquine on their website, it's safe to take for pregnant women, for children. It's very, very cheap. It's not a cure, but it's a preventative. And if you take it at the beginning, it could help maybe with the effects and maybe stop some of the later effects like COVID-19. So if people, here's the other thing I just want you guys to remember. We had 130,000 deaths, 1.5 million people, a little over 1 million people, I think it was. We had 130,000 deaths. It's like, holy cow, wait a second. This is going crazy. Since then, we've had 2 million more cases of positive cases and only 15,000 more deaths? How is that possible? How do we have more cases since and only 15,000 deaths? I think it's something like that. But we had 130,000 deaths in the first million because we figured out how to manage it. But Big Pharma, Fauci, who owns the patent with Gates on what they're trying to produce, which is going to cost, I think, something like $60 per shot. Multiply that by the population of the planet. And they need that. They've been spending money on this to just be able to recoup those funds, okay? And to make money on this. If people know that you could take this HCQ and stop yourself from getting COVID-19. This is the thing I keep realizing. For a while, they've been saying that coronavirus, which leads to the disease COVID-19. Wait a second. I thought COVID-19 is coronavirus. They're the same thing. They're not. So if you take HCQ when you have coronavirus, it will stop you from getting COVID-19. I think that's the simpler way of saying it. COVID-19 is when it goes into the lower part of your respiratory system, and then it wreaks havoc, and then all of a sudden it affects other, organs and this, that, and other thing. But as far as I know, the numbers are totally a hoax. Dag's right. The numbers are totally out of whack. It doesn't make sense. I think what you should do is, this makes as much sense right now. Check this out. This is episode Hammerlin. So guys, check this out. This is episode 11 of the Donald Trump Show. And this was just very goofy. Very, very goofy. And it makes me laugh a lot that I did this. Check this out. I needed a translator. I just didn't get one.
Hammerlin Jamison live from the studio. Donald J. Trump joins us to talk about President Xi.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me on the next episode of the Donald Trump Show. I believe this is episode 11. Unbelievable. I think this episode has to be about President Xi-hole. Look, I got a problem with the Xi-hole. He's out there delivering Fluhan all over the world. Everybody's blaming Trump, but the only person to blame is President Xi-hole. But no matter what I say, they don't believe me. It's a weird world we're living in right now. It's either Trump or not Trump. Nobody's talking about the issues. What does Trump think about abortion? What does Biden think about? Well, let's be honest, Biden doesn't think about anything. But if he was to think about something, what would it be? Maybe, did I put underwear on this morning? Did I change my pants? Did I poop my pants? I don't know. These are maybe questions that Sleep Sofa Joe asks himself. But look, let's see if we have any clips for today. Do we have anything? Here we go.
世界卫生组织总干事先生
You guys couldn't get the subtitled version? I mean, what the hell? Where's my translator? God almighty. All right, I guess I'm going to have to respond and pretend I know what the hell he's talking about. Let's get back to it.
各位代表
Good day to you too, Xi-hole.
首先
Yeah, Shawshank Redemption was a good movie, but what does that have to do with anything?
我认为
No, that's close. It's Dufresne. Andy Dufresne. I think he's trying to say the character's name from Shawshank.
在人类抗击新冠肺炎疫情的关键时刻
I'm not really sure who Kwame Shakur is. It may be Tupac's son.
突发事件
Oh, it is. Well, I have one question for you, Xi-hole. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell the world what was going on? We could have done something about it. You know we call you a Xi-hole, right?
举行这次世卫大会
Look, you brought it upon yourself. I can't control your actions, Xi. We only come up with nicknames for people based on their actions, and you've been a Xi-hole. I'm sorry.
具有
You should be, Xio.
十分重要的意义
All right, look, I can't do this anymore. I can't understand him.
人类正在经历第二次世界大战结束以来
I'm not sure I appreciate your tone.
全球
What did you say to me?
新冠肺炎疫情突如其来
Okay, look, I need a translator. I can't freaking do this without a translator. I just can't. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He keeps saying things. It sounds like he's insulting the Trumper.
最严重的
See? That's exactly what he's doing. He just said it. Ziyunda.
公共卫生
He said invasion. They invaded us with coronavirus.
现在已经波及
I'll tell you what, G-Hole, if you ever speak to me like that again, I'm gonna trump you right in the face. Anyway, look, that's about enough for today's episode of the Donald Trump Show. Remember that President G is now President G-Hole. Sleep Sofa Joe is probably taking a nap right now. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next Donald Trump Show. Have a good night.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Guys, so let me ask you something. It's 12:13 right now. We officially went through the last 6 episodes. We went through 17 through 11 backwards. What's your appetite right now? Do you want to see Facebook's Zucks again and see the Dr. Evil, which is about 30 minutes between the two, or do you want me to start at episode 1 and go up to from 1 to 10 and then play Facebook Zucks at the end, which is today's first episode? I want to hear from you. You tell me what you're feeling. Do you want to see Facebook Zucks and then I'll start from episode 1 and go to 1 through 10? I'm up for anything right now, okay? Because it's only 12:13. Max is still sleeping upstairs. As far as it's concerned, I may play you a little something real quick while you guys tell me what you want to hear. Because I'm going to play either 1 through 10 or play you again Facebook Zucks, which I'm really kind of excited about because I just dropped it. Get rid of that. Check this out, guys. We were rocking this yesterday when I got cut off. Right? I mean, I just want to keep rocking on that because this is where I was going to go with it. got the idea of that, guys. That was hot, though. I'm going to just be rocking on it. I'm saving that because I'm going to add to it. I'm going to create some sort of magic off of that thing, okay? We're going to do something. I don't know what the hell it's going to be, but it's going to be something pretty cool at some point. We're going to figure it out, okay? They want to push Fauci's patented, untested product. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what's going to happen. All right. Safest I can probably add a little to each of these. Pretty good. improvisation for you. Little improv. This thing cut out halfway through, huh? Let me just tune her up real quick because it's been rocking. I gotta change the strings on this pup next. You hear that? I'm hearing some weird noises there. Maybe that'll play better if I shut off the delay. So who's on? Say hello. I'm gonna quickly play you something and then we'll get back to the Donald Trump show. All right? My man Sig is on still. I'm loving it. Let's see. I was going to say, Sig, I don't think you saw Facebook Zucks yet, so make sure you hit me up before you plan on getting off so I can make sure I play Facebook Zucks for you, okay? And we're going to do this real quick because I've been liking playing this song. Let's see how it goes. I think we should get really funky on this one. When you try your best, you don't succeed. When you get what you want, not what you need. You feel so tired, you cannot sleep. Stuck in reverse. And tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When your life everyone goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you under night in your bones. I will try to fix you. I will fix you. High above, down below. When you're too in love, let it go. If you never try, you never know. No, 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 no. Which is what you're worth. Lies will guide you. Your bones, I will try to fix you. I will fix you. Fix you. Tips drop down your face. Something you can't replace. Lies will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try. I will
fix you. I will fix you. I will fix you.
What do you think? When your tears come down, the time you I'm going to play some Van Morrison. Denise asked for this a while back. He did All in the Watchtower too? Let me see if I know anything here. Brown Eyed Girl. That's my tune. Plus, I married a brown-eyed girl. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? You're going to take that off? How could you mofos take that off? You're crazy. It's just a freaking song, man. Wow. They got rid of it, guys. They freaking got rid of it. All right. Let's see what else we got here from him. From him. Over there. Over there, over there. Moon Dance. This is what Denise asked for. I don't know. Again, never really played it. We tried last week, messing around. What's B minor 11? That's what I want to see. What the hell is a B minor 11? Does it show? Ooh, it does show. What's a B minor 11? Okay, I think I could do that. Here we go. Let's try it.
Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes.
All right, come on, let's do it again from the top. Very nice. Okay, ready? Denise likes this. We got to do this for Denise. Ready? We get a little funky again. We have to do funky in this.
Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. It's a fabulous night for the romance, neither color of October skies. All the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. I'm trying to blaze to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. And did you know that magic seems to whisper and hide? For my love, oh,
I can't see the lyrics.
can I just have one more romance with you, for my love?
Let's see it.
Well, I want to make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. And I know that the time is just right, and straight into my arms and you will run. When you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. Then all my dreams will come true, dear. Then I will make you on my own. Every time I touch you, you just tremble inside. You know how much I want you. You can't hide. You one more romance with you, my love. My love. I think that's the best I can do for right now, Denise. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance neath the color lights of the skies. All the leaves of the trees are falling to the sounds of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to blaze to your calling of your heartstrings that you play soft and low. And you know that the night's magical seems to whisper us. Man, the moonlight seems to shine and roll. Okay, I just have one more time. My love, can I just make some more romance with you? What would you shout to my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? I think I got a feel for it right at the end there, Denise. We're going to do it better next time. Sig said he's getting his second wind. Sig, sometimes I get my third, fifth wind. I know it sounds weird. Second, third, fifth wind is what I call it. You can't get a second wind alone. Sometimes it comes with a third. And then sometimes if you really want to go beyond the third wind, it's really called a second, third, fifth wind. You skip the fourth wind. If you know anything about this stuff, it's scientific in nature. Anyhow, people, let's see. Hammerlin and Jamison just in mood dance. I don't even know what the hell it is, people. I think that's how it sort of sounds, though. I go off of memory, what I hear in my head. It's crazy, I know. Ooh, what's this, guys? Ooh. Never played this in my life either. I like doing this. We never play a song, and then I'm like, oh, wait a second, I know this one, though. Remember this from when I was a kid? How's this go? You brush your shoes, stand before the mirror. I don't know how this. I don't know how the chorus goes. I mean, I don't know how the verse goes. I'm pretty sure the chorus goes. And everything looks so complete. Oh, when you're walking on the street, and the wind catches your feet, sends you flying. Crying, ooh, ooh-wee. The wild night is calling, and all the girls walk by. I don't know. I still think I don't like playing songs that have like the boom, yuck. I want something with a little more vibe to it, guys. Let's find something with a vibe. Into the Mystic. Can we do that one? See, I don't know how it goes. And I gotta listen to it once, and then I'll be like, oh, yeah, okay. Mike sent me a message. Thank you, Mike. I'm not sure what you sent me, but you're the man. There's something else I saw here. Have I told you lately? Are you serious? That's him? Okay, we're gonna try it. Have I told? No, we're not gonna we're not doing that, dude. Seriously? You kidding me? Okay, guys, seriously, let's try to do some U2. Why not? Why not do the 2 after the U? It's such a band. They shouldn't try it, because there's only one Bono. It's true. Oh.
You guys know that song? Ooh, the sweetest thing. That's the song I want to hear. The sweetest thing. Isn't that what it's called? We're going to find it. I love Baby Got Blue Skies Up My Head. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. I never played that before. Let's see. Capo on the 2nd fret. How chord is that? It's gotta be this. I have a club. Only to be with you. Only to be with you. I have wrong. I have grown. I have escaped these city walls. These city walls. These city walls. Oh, it's only to be with you. But I still have I have kissed honey lips. Oh, see, I don't know the song well enough, guys. I'm gonna go and watch some of these, listen to some of these tunes, because they're awesome. These guys are awesome. Awesome. Desire. Ooh. How's that go? Is there a bug that's eating me up here? I feel like it. See, same thing. I gotta listen to the old album. The old album Aru. Because I don't remember any of these tunes. Ooh, that's the song I wanted to play, I think, is I want to play one of the newer songs that they play. That you guys know. That I know too. Come on, brother. Give me something good here, you two. We're going to the YouTube list of songs. I got so many songs. I don't know many of them. Jeez. Mofo is the name of a song? I didn't know they did that. Good for them over there. Okay. The Star Spangled, the sweetest thing, guys. I found it. Okay, let's just see if I can figure it out. My love's throws like a my love throws like a bow. Oh, the sweetest thing. That's it. It goes back and forth, right? I think it goes like that. Hold on. My love throws like a bow. Oh, the sweetest thing. But she won't catch me, break my fall. Whoa, sweetest thing. Baby's got blue. I can't go that high on that. Maybe I can't play that tune. Jeez, that dude sings that way up there. Holy cow, you two. So we're not doing the sweetest thing, apparently. But we're going to try. Maybe there's a different version of it where it's not like in the key of good luck. How the hell did he sing that? I don't know. That was ridiculous. Sunday, Bloody Sunday. Ooh, wait a second. Nope, they didn't show me crap. These freaking people suck. Give me a name of a song. Vertigo? Do I know that one? Unfortunately, guys, I'm kind of at a loss. I don't know why I picked U2 as a subject here, because I don't know any of their freaking music. I know like a couple songs, but I haven't seen any of them here. What the hell is that all about, huh? Somebody tell me what the hell I did wrong there. Yeah, we're going to pass on it, guys. Let me get back to you over here. Let's just hang out with you guys. Okay, forget about it. Oh, thank you, Denise. That means so much. We're going to do a better version of it tomorrow, just so you know. Mariam is calling in tomorrow night, guys. Mariam Hanane will be on for Down the Rabbit Hole Part 5. So make sure you tune in roughly 10 o'clock, 10:30. And I will have an episode 18, possibly. Right now I just dropped 17 for you. I'll be releasing it tomorrow during the day. And I'll hopefully have an episode 18 ready for you tomorrow night. Guys, it's starting to get crazy because these episodes are 10 and 13 minutes long, these last two. These are turning into like movies, little mini movies, each episode. Okay, you guys ready for something here? Let me play you a little something. Let's see. Play something that's kind of mellow because we're trying to keep the house quiet. We need to erase something here. Let me see where we were. I think I want to keep that. That was you. I'm going to keep that. We'll get rid of you. Alright, so check this out, guys. This is called Growing Up. We all grow up. We all realize at a certain moment in our lives that everything's about to change. For me, this is when my daughter or my son was about to be born. What's interesting is this is one of the songs I wrote right when I decided to retire from music and get a real estate license and focus on supporting my family. It's called Growing Up. Teaches me and my newborn baby's eyes, teaching me I should treasure all my days. Look at me, I'm growing up.
I'm finally growing up. Oh, no, 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 no. We get a little something funky in here. I'm finally growing up. I'm finally growing up. I'm growing up. I'm finally growing up. Finally growing Time keeps rolling by, a billion years after we die. And when you only get one life, you won't think and miss the ride. I'm finally growing up. I'm finally growing up, growing up. I'm growing up. I know, yes we grow. Finally growing All right, it's 12:55. How much of the actual show have we gotten in?
Hammerlin Jamison live from the studio.
Hold on. All right, so we did episodes 17 through 11. And the bottom line is we could start at number 1. Although it's been a 2 hour and 45 minutes show. So what I'm going to do right now is this. I'm going to play you guys, just to finish up the night, we're going to play episode 17. Facebook Zucks. Let's get one more in there, okay?
And then we'll party down tomorrow when Mary M comes back on. I'll play some music first before she arrives, or afterwards if she comes on first. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm thinking about taking Obama's eulogy from John Lewis's funeral for the next Trump show. I'm just saying. I just see it right here on my screen. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should do it. We'll see. So you guys want to see Facebook Zucks? What do you think? You up for it? I'm also up for it. I know Denise said she wanted to see Dr. Evil earlier. The Dr. Evil 2020. If you guys want to do Dr. Evil 2020 and then do Facebook Zucks and finish it, I'm happy to do that as well. So if you guys want to see Dr. Evil, it's up to you. If you guys want to see the Dr. Evil, it's 13 minutes long though, guys. If you want to call this a good night, right now, we'll play one more good one here, and we'll play episode Facebook Zucks. Let's do Facebook Zucks. I'm kind of excited about this. Tomorrow, I think what I'll do, depending on what time, if Mary M comes on early, late, whatever, I may go through every episode, starting from scratch and going all the way through. We're literally at 17 episodes. I could take the Biden rip-up, which is the very first thing I did, and make that episode 18. And we could get to 20 very easily. I'm thinking about once we get to 20, stopping. Be crazy. I'm going to just keep going. They're fun. They're a lot of fun. So let's do this. Episode 17. Facebook Zucks. I hope you enjoy it. Here we go.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live with episode 17 of the Donald Trump Show.
Thank you for joining me on episode 17 of the Donald Trump Show. Tonight we talk about Facebook and how much it Zucks, right? I mean, seriously, Zuckerberg. I gave him every opportunity to do the right thing. But he keeps censoring the conservative point of view. Look, if you're going to censor everybody. Let's take a look at some of these clips and see what's going on out there.
You have previously given testimony to the Congress saying that there is not editorial manipulation that disadvantages conservatives.
So wait, so you're telling me that Mark Zuckerberg told Congress that he does not censor conservative content? That is laughable, really, right?
Just like in the case of Google, there have been whistleblowers from Facebook that not only have offered evidence indicating your testimony was not truthful, but there's even video that suggests that content moderators that you employ are out there disadvantaging conservative content.
You ever seen Mark Zuckerberg sweat before? Watch this.
I'm wondering if you are familiar with the experiences of Zach McElroy and Ryan Hartwig, two people who participated in Facebook content review.
Ah, friend of the Real Talk show, Ryan Hartwig. Look, if you want to hear the real scoop about Zucks, you should check out the 3 times that Ryan was on the Real Talk show. Anyway, let's see what else is here.
And what is your response to the very damning video evidence and the testimony from them that the culture that you lead within Facebook is one that disadvantages conservatives and leads to content manipulation?
Now that is a question I would like the answer to.
I'm somewhat familiar with the concerns that they've raised. As I've said, we aim to be a platform for all ideas.
Is Zuckerberg out of his freaking mind? What is he talking about? The last thing that you are is a platform for all ideas.
We got into this because we want to give everyone a voice.
Everybody gets a voice. Unless you disagree with Mark Zuckerberg's political leanings, of course.
I certainly do not want our platforms to be run in a way that has any ideological bias.
An ideological bias? Are you serious? You know you Zuck, right? I mean, you 100% are biased against me. You're biased against anybody who loves America.
And I want people to be able to discuss a range of issues.
A range of issues that you choose, right, Zucks?
When people raise concerns like that, we do look into them to make sure that everyone in our operation is behaving and upholding the standards that we would like.
So basically you're saying that everything's going to plan.
I know that we have ongoing training in what we do.
I think what we're trying to tell you is that you're training Zucks.
I'm concerned that the content review does reflect the values of the company, but those values don't in fact give everyone a voice. They prejudice against certain content.
Matt Gaetz with the left hook.
It seems disingenuous for you to suggest that these videos come out that are very damning, that show the people that you trust with content moderation admitting on video that they disadvantage conservatives, that they label people who support the president as a way to push down their content and limit the reach of that content.
Just like the way you've been holding down the Real Talk show. You don't like it when they push the Trumper. Look, you can't stop the Trump.
For you to then come to us many months later after that was all over the news and the internet and say, well, you know, you'll get back to us and you do a little training, it seems to suggest that you don't take these allegations and this evidence very seriously.
Is it me, or does Mark Zuckerberg look like an Antifa guy right now? Look at that look in his eyes. He doesn't like being told what to do.
Would you at least be willing to acknowledge, based on the irrefutable evidence before us that you don't seem to have investigated, that it is possible that at Facebook, your employees do have the power to disadvantage conservative viewpoints, and that they in fact have used that power in ways that we need to root out?
Oh my, Zuckerberg's got his hand in the cookie jar.
Congressman, my testimony in the past and today is about what our principles are as a company and what we try to do.
What you're trying to do is steal an election from Trump.
And when you fire people as a consequence of their politics...
Wait, what?
Do you think that that impacts the culture and perhaps empowers some of the content moderators to also treat people worse as a consequence of their politics?
I'm not aware of any case where we have fired someone on behalf of their politics, and I would say that that would be an inappropriate thing for us to do.
Now, I have it on good authority that they got rid of Ryan for his political leanings as well, but let's listen in to what Matt Gaetz has to say here.
Why did you fire Palmer Luckey? Palmer Luckey's NDA with you, I only have 10 seconds, but Palmer Luckey's NDA with you doesn't allow him to talk to anyone except government officials. I'm a government official. I've seen the messages where you have specifically directed Mr. Luckey to make statements regarding his politics for the benefit of your company.
I'm pretty sure that's a no-no, right?
So I think both in the case of these content moderators and in the case of the testimony you just gave regarding Mr. Luckey and firing people over their politics, there is serious question as to whether or not you're giving truthful testimony here or whether it's lying before Congress. I see my time's expired and I'll yield back.
Bravo! Mr. Gaetz, you have arrived. I can't believe what I just heard. You took Zucks down. Almost like you're a billionaire. Maybe one day you'll be a billionaire, at least 120 millionaire like Peloizen. I don't know. Anyway, look, let's see if there's anything else here.
We certainly try to do this in a way that is neutral to all viewpoints. We want to be a platform for all ideas.
Is that Mark Zuckerberg or Mark Zuckerbat? We're a platform for all, for people to have a voice, everyone but Trump.
I don't think you build a social product with the goal of giving people a voice if you don't believe that people being able to express a wide variety of things is ultimately valuable for the world. And we try to make sure that our policies and our operations ultimately reflect and carry that out.
Then how could you ever censor the Trump when you know the world values everything that I say?
In terms of the people setting the policies, I think it is valuable to have people with a diversity of viewpoints involved so we can make sure that we have the different viewpoints represented in the policy development process.
Guys, look, it's Diversity Mark.
And we also consult with a number of outside groups whenever we develop new policies to make sure that we're taking into account all perspectives.
Are you kidding me? That sounds like something that he just made up.
I mean, you said you reach out to outside groups. Can you think of one conservative outside group that you reach out to and use as a content moderator?
I have to say, this guy's fantastic. His line of questioning gets right to the heart of it.
Congressman,
Did you hear that? Yeah, you're caught out, Mark. I'll tell you, this should be the trial of Mark Zuckerberg.
Real quickly, can you briefly explain the approval process for third-party fact checkers, and how many fact checkers does Facebook employ?
We work with about 70 fact-checking partners around the world, and the goal of the program is to limit the distribution of viral hoaxes, so things that are clearly false.
So you're not doctors, but you feel you could censor any doctor who talks about success that they're having on coronavirus. I think that's an overstep of your powers there, Zuckerdick.
But we don't ourselves want to be in the business of determining what is true and what is false. That feels like an inappropriate role for us to play.
Says the guy who's playing that role. Look, I have a feeling we're going to have a part 2 of Facebook Zucks, so stay tuned. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next Donald Trump show. Have a great night.
Here's a little
There was
outtake.
one bit where there's an artist who had a very graphic depiction of Trump, and it was a blade going across my throat. And Facebook made an exception, and they let it play. They said, look, let's let it go. It's artwork. But then they had a picture of Beto, and Elmer Fudd was holding shotgun, and Beto O'Rourke was there. And he said, no, you can't have my guns, Beto. And that they wouldn't allow. Like, that's a problem? I don't understand. I mean, what's the problem with a shotgun from Elmer Fudd? But they pulled it, but they let the Trump thing through, so...
Oh, I really like that, guys, especially the Zuckerdick part. I'm still laughing about that part, guys. That's as close to a swear as you'll ever hear me get to on this show, Zuckerdick. It says his last name, Zuckerdick. Why the hell did I never think of that before? Oh, Jesus. I love him. Anyway. Listen, guys, I'm very happy to play the Dr. Evil clip if you'd like to hear it. But I'm also up for calling this a night and working on an episode 18 for you, because it's already 1. And if I start now, I can get something done before the night is over. So let's do that, okay? And, of course, just don't forget, tomorrow evening, Marianne will be on with us as well. So we'll get some music on. We'll do a face swap, probably episode 18, and then some real talk down the rabbit hole with Marianne Hanane. Very much excited about that. I mean, it's only been a 3-hour show, guys. Only been 3 hours. You know I'm up for doing a 97-hour show. We just got to spread the word. We just got to get the whole world on with me, okay? And then I'll be like, I can't get off the air, guys, because there's too many people on with us. And then it's going to be hard for me to go off the air. You know what I mean? It's like, if it's hard for me to go off the air, well, you guys are on. You guys are my people. Like, I'll stay on all friggin' night. But I do have a dog upstairs that probably needs to be walked before he poops the pants. Like Joe Biden. Sleeps over Joe. Look, Sleepy. But I love calling him Sleepy. Hey, Sleepy. Wait, Sleepy. Hold on a second, Sleepy. Wait, Sleepy. Are you serious, Sleepy? Because everything you say is kind of creepy, Sleepy. Sleepy, creepy, Sleepy Joe. Sleeps over. He's turned into quite the perfect sleeps over. He's on sale, no lumps. You can order one without the Biden lumps inside the mattress. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm out of my freaking mind. But I will be back tomorrow to be out of my mind again with you. Connect and to build some positivity and to play some music. So I got Horse with No Name from Denise. I'll have to give that a shot tomorrow, because that's what we do here. We give things a shot. Sometimes they're good and sometimes they're terrible, but I'm going to give it a shot. So subscribe and ding the bell on YouTube, my people. I will see you tomorrow on the next Real Talk. Guess right. Day 590 tomorrow. The 580 tomorrow. Day 580 tomorrow. Subscribe up. Ding the bell. Hammerlin will be back. It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.